The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have some fun today. Please get a tablet and pen. That way we can begin. Now, if you don't know me yet, you're going to get to know me if you want to get to million to billion. It's pretty simple. Tablet and pen, write down today's date. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. There's no pictures, there's no recording because I need you to put it here. What I'm going to teach you to do is have it as a mindset ready to go. All right, not basically going through notes and trying to figure it out. Now, I like goodies. You like goodies? Not easy. All right, believe me, not easy at all. But I got them all. And basically, I don't have to work, but I like to help people just like you. Let's play. Now, let's think about something today. Years ago, I created something about auto income. I want you to write down auto income. The problem with most people who start a business, all right, they don't know rules and tools and listen to a bunch of silly people. Then they go start their company or their corporation, and then they basically put all that stress on their backs. What I did as a little kid is I learned that corporation's a legal person. And when I was 17 and a half, I had 22,000 payphones. I had 19 houses because I was having fun making money. And what did I do? They told me I could get number 20. They told me no. It's like, what? I transferred my properties to my divisions. Okay, divisions. Write down division process. I freed up my loan to value problem. Very simple. I needed $1,000 a month. That was my bills. So what did I do? I had my 22,000 payphones, had my real estate, having fun. And you know what? I used to control 44% of all storage units in California. Dry cleaners, I wrote a book on that. Okay, laundromats. Next thing is basically Wendy's restaurant. Maybe we have a Jack in the Box or a Taco Bell. Gas station. All right, buying a parking structure. And I got clients that actually literally got into this, valet parking things, making 100,000 a month. How about an EV charging station? From there, we look at car wash. I wrote a book on that as well. How about real estate? My series, so I brought 2.something billion in real estate. You see, the problem with most people is you're trying to fight the monster and run that business. I would like you to think a little differently. I'd like you to think about a business that runs itself or by third party. Every one of these businesses right in front of you will bring you over $100,000 a month if you did it my way, automatically. And that's what I did for myself. So let's go through this some more. As we do this, understand the goodies. All right, I like goodies, but it didn't start so easy for me. What happens? Very simple. I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She threw me in a trash can. She didn't want me. Okay. I got the wee of Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. So let's understand something today. Or whatever you went through, I can rebuild every one of you if you allow me to. But you're going to have to pay attention and follow through. Your journey today begins with me. We're going to draw that diagram in front of you. Go ahead, take that tablet and pen, draw it. I want you to think about what's happening in your city, in your state, wherever you live. We watch Bank of America now bankrupt 6,000 locations. So let's understand what happens. You tend to bring the pain home for the family, and then also your corporation, you jack yourself up and you get stuck. There's no reason to do that in the first place. Bank of America's parent company has branch numbers. They're called subsidiaries. They're allowed to bankrupt each location, which they've done 6,000, take the money and the asset and write off on their taxes. We, the people, tend to make mistakes because no one taught you how to play the game to win. Chase, US Bank, Wells Fargo. I want you to think about it. We look at Sam's Club or Geico. They did the same thing. How about we have 11 cities that filed bankruptcy so far? Now, what did they do? They wiped out the debt, stayed in business, and kept the assets. So what you have to understand is you've been doing it wrong. Sorry, it's true. So I want you to write down number one right now. Stop bringing the pain home. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. Stop bringing the pain home. So you're going to have to learn about rules and tools. You're going to have to learn about credit, personal business. You have to learn how I help set up the system years ago when I trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TOW, then became a Superior. So understand, all right, basically we can become a certified CFO. But the goal should be, how do we get to millionaire status? There's your goal. You need to look behind the curtain. All right, that's what I want you to do. Today, I'm going to show you how to tear apart things and figure things out as well. Now, me is very simple. Mrs. Hope, the she-devil of hell, rich and famous Hope family, no problem. She's telling the world she's helping the kids and she's using and abusing me. First thing she did when I was 3 years old, dropped me off of Redondo Beach Pier. Dropped me off of the pier, 6:30 in the morning. She wrote down her window. She said, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave you there to die. She was a she-devil from hell. I ran over to the pier. There was a light. There was a fan and the hot dog stand and the caramel corn. I basically stayed warm. I ate out of a trash can. I stole off the pier for 3 days and I got caught. I got a choice. That man kind of saved my life and changed my life. You see, he gave me a choice. Stay in peace, all right? Go to jail. I'll call the police or take out my trash. So I got to be known on the pier from 3 years old to 9.5 as boy, come clean the chum bucket. Boy, take out the trash. All the restaurants knew me, even Tony's on the pier, the owner of that. I'd go to their properties in Beverly Hills and basically Palos Verdes, and I'd shovel horse and cow manure on the weekend. You see, you got to learn how to play the game. Well, one thing that changed my life being on that pier is I looked at Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, and Rat Beach. I saw money. Everybody's got money. Where's my money? So I decided to study rich and famous people since I was a little boy. So I want you to do something right now. Take out your personal cards or your personal wallet, put them in front of you, put a sticky. If you don't have them in front of you, write down the procedure. I designed a system a long time ago that is in your life, and you have to pay attention. Every card you get needs to be at 25-29% rule, period. 25-29% rule. You need to create a line of defense. Now listen very carefully. All cards use the 29% rule, all of them. But these two don't use them. So that means if we're going to jack anything up past 29%, it's not going to be these. That'll drop your score, so you get stuck, can't get any more. And you backed yourself a family in a corner. And you hawked your house. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. Well, you did stupid, maybe. What the happens to these two cards? They have a paid overtime limit, and they're unlimited up to $1 million. You can jack them up. Guess what happens? Your score never drops ever again. I want you to know the rules and tools and the discipline to maintain a 750 the rest of your life. If you listen carefully, I've been doing this for 46 years, helping people just like you, getting to million to billion. TRW stood for The Report's Wrong, actually Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts. From there, I got to train Mr. Yarborough. That was fun. But I came up with the first diagram like this. It was good, fair, or hell no. The ultimate goal. So let's understand something. Spearin took them over in 96. But again, how do we maintain the score? Knowing what cards, they have a heartbeat in each one of them too. So let's understand. If you focus on the rules and tools, I can rebuild you no matter how screwed up you are. 750 score, 29% rules and tools, and gold and platinum cards. That way you don't jack it up for your family ever again. Now, take a picture of this right here. Go click. Come on. Certain pages I'll say take a picture. The rest I won't say because you can't, because I said so. Pretty simple. So let's understand rules and tools today. Let's say you're jacked up over here, 100%, jacked up. But your corporation's here. I'd build it Dun & Bradstreet. I'd go get all this supply credit. You don't have to guarantee it. By the way, that supply can turn to cash. That's right. I can turn supply cash credit into cash to balance your debt. That's what you have to focus with. See, some of us, sometimes we have to steal from Peter to pay Paul to make Mary happy. The reality is not easy. But you've got to balance that debt if you want to be a CFO for your corporation and run a real business. So I got no excuses. And I hear excuses all the time. I became a corporate millionaire at 14 and a half years old. I taught myself to read at 2 and a half. I didn't go to high school. I went to West Coast College, 14 and a half. Every time I hear some idiot say, white man can't jump, that's funny. I used to kick the door down in the basketball hoop. I hold the record for the fastest and highest kick on planet Earth. So when they say white man can't jump, that's called stupid. So understand, I have everything I ever want. And it's about time you get the same thing too, if you pay attention. Those are goal setting and educationalization classes that are free every Saturday during my 9 classes I get to do for you. Now let's play some more. All you have to do is get to know me. We'll build a relationship. You can get stuck with me from beginning to middle to end. So let's understand. You have to become a certified CFO. If not, you're going to play the jacking up and down show all over the place. That's not how you get to American Dream. Corporation is a legal person, and we can build $1 million cash credit and create auto income. I got coaching programs that are available for you as well. That means I analyze you every 7 days. That means I call you every week. From there, every one of you need a blueprint call. That means very simple, past, present, and future. Past, present, good, bad, and ugly. Okay? So understand family. We have to protect the family. Corporation, 26 divisions. Irrevocable trust. Car you drive today, I'm sorry to say, but you're the bullseye. If you get in a bumpity bump, they're going to sue you and try to screw you up because you did it wrong. It should be a division of a corporation. The house should be bought what? Escrow, close, homestead, trust. That's what most people do. Did you do the homestead or the trust? By the way, you should have bought the house through the irrevocable trust. From there, auto income. In my book and series I wrote 46 years ago, I wrote down on page 6, paragraph 3, financial freedom, cash flow free of my time. So understand something today. We're going to talk about plan A. There's no plan B. Plan B is for losers. We never settle. If we get knocked down 1,000 times, we get back up and do it again and again. So we're going to focus right now on a corporation. You have one? Fantastic. Good for you. Did you realize when they sue the corp, they sue you? Chapter 18. I'm not here to be your CPA and attorney, but it says it's a legal person. Right there. Come on. What do we get to do? I'm 7.5 years old at Mrs. Hope's house. Every Wednesday night they had a poker game. All right, and I'm listening, and they're going blah, 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 drinking some whiskey, smoking cigars, talking out their butts. So I wrote down what they said. They said a corporation is a legal person. I went down to the Torrance Police Department the next day, the library next door. Man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. 5 minutes later, here's a mock of his, here's a book. I'm reading the book. You've been reading the books all your life. Your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. We're not stupid, but the reality is no one taught you how to play. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. It's about time you step up to the plate. Learn how to get to million to billion like I did. It's very simple. You see right there, it says may sue or be sued. When they sue a corporation, they sue the founder, the ones on the bank account, and the officers list, you. That means you're a duck and a sheep. Now we get around that. Let's understand. I'm 9.5 years old by the time I got brave enough to send away $10 to the Secretary of State of California. I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I was 9.5. It came back. What freaked me out is I got all these credit cards in the mail. I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. What the hell's going on? Freaked me out. What did I do? See, people in the 70s, 80s got credit cards in the mail without applying for credit. Then a bunch of idiots in the 70s, 80s, and 90s started using their SSN. So I got $53 million of this stuff to play with. Histories, and I'm on my dashboards, and I'm an affiliate, so I can help build you again. I got named to the movie Dave as well. So let's have some fun. Now, I got screwed up. This is what taught me, and then a corporation gets sued, I'm kind of screwed. 12.5 years old, I started the Orange County Blind Center. That's right, the Orange County Blind Center. I use the word Braille. I got named in a lawsuit. Our goal is to understand, never to bring the pain home. So the next thing, when I was a little boy, I asked all the grown-ups to say, what does it mean when you keep saying don't put your eggs in one basket? What I got back from the grown-ups was, I realized the grown-ups were stupid. And the reality is when the corporation gets sued, you're screwed up. That's just the truth. So let's understand division process. Write that down. Division process. Write it down today. See, what happens is today, if we put our ducks in a row, you're going to run your corporation in your life under the division process that I invented in 85, 86. You're going to stop bringing the pain home. You're going to do it my way for a while because I think your way sucks. Is that true? So I'm honest and I'm blunt. Reality is I tell it like it is. All right, if you followed stupid, you did stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid. It means what you did was stupid. Now, KNX gave me the nickname of the Godfather of Credit years ago. Been on that radio station for over 49 years. I tell people what to do, and I treat them like they're 2 years old so they don't bring the pain home. I don't want you to think. I just want you to do what I tell you to do. So we're going to talk about the list, the goal list. Do you have a list? Oh, good. You have a goal list? Is it in writing? Here's the problem about the list. Every goal you want has steps. Daily list, weekly list, and a project list. To get to the American dream, there are steps to go back to go do all the goodies. It's not easy, but I developed a foolproof program and a blueprint. Now, I swore when I was a kid, I'd never get married and have kids unless I had a foolproof program. Once I developed that, guess what happens? Never bring the pain home. I got a wife, 6 kids, and 10 grandkids, and 1 on the way. My clients are rich and famous people. I'm known as your incorporated for rich and famous. Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels too. Even Arnold there. Superman for Gold's Gym. College professor. From there, Glenn lived in his car for 3 years, feeling sorry for himself because his wife left him. There's a better woman out there for you. I repackaged his life. All right, $450,000 credit. Brand new house, brand new truck. Put on one of my TV shows. From there, this is Giovanni. He worked for Pixar. He came up with the first literally cartoon magazine, comic book for black kids. I got him $1.6 million. Little Karen deliver pizza. I got her credit too. $1 million to in 9 months. So then you got to help people coming out of prison. Freeway Ricky Ross. Here's gold and platinum cards. Then I taught him how to get auto income because he's buying cars and selling them. So we get to play. So Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 weeks of coaching him, then 6 months of coaching him, brand new dump trucks, $5 million a year. See, here's the problem. The problem is you. You have to take the time to understand how it works so you can get to where you want to go. You signed an SS5 form. That's how you got to your SSN. If you didn't sign it, that means mommy did it because you were born in 71 on. Nixon took the gold standard out. So we have to understand you get one SSN, one chance to try, and most of you bring the damn pain home. That creates your 1040 tax return. By the way, you're doing it wrong. Now, here we go, get the number. We might as well tattoo it on our forehead backwards so we can read it in the mirror. So what do? We're going to compare it to the SS4. Put your hands like this, please. Go ahead. Nobody's watching you. All right. See, this is tax, and probate when you're dead. The time of the death at the hospital happens to be for the state and federal government. That's what the time of death is for. See, you can't take your stuff with you when you're dead. They want to make sure your friends and family don't steal it when you're dead. Got it? The SS4 was designed to not pay tax until you're profitable. When we look at line 1 right in front of you, it says legal name of entity or individual person. Your problem, you didn't give yourself more chances to try. You brought the pain home, and that's not acceptable. So let's understand the only form the IRS ever invented and created to get multiple numbers and multiple entities is the SS4. Your problem, you didn't give yourself a chance to try. Now, if you have not filed your tax returns, all right, just go to prison where you belong. We got to play by rules and tools. Wesley Snipes, all right, listen to his silly attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. 3 years in prison, $5 million fine. Ruined his life and his career. So today I want you to write down irs.gov. Then I want you to write down 1244. If you take a corporation, all right, with you and do what's called a single tax return jointly, you will find out you will not pay tax, almost no tax, up to $3 to $5 million by playing by the rules and tools. As we play, even Richard here screwed up, ran around twice on the show naked, almost died. The first show called Survivor. Now he got his $1 million check. I said reference 3 times 5. He could have turned that into 15 million. His CPA said, hey, you get to keep 375, the rest goes in the IRS. But what did he do? Instead, all right, he pissed it away, 3.5 years in federal prison, 10 years probation, and then he violated it as well. So understand, the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. Now, the United States of America, 50 corps, 50 states and cities and states. All right, what are they? Corporations. So they invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy. So then they can bankrupt the debt, stay in business. We, the people, need to learn to play the same way. Corporations, a legal person, the Supreme Court says so. From there, we can learn to not bring the pain home again. So we're going to talk about division of me. I would like you to write down division of me, okay, which means you. Got it so far? Line 1 there again, I can put your name there, corporation, division, or subsidiary. I can build you $1 million of cash credit for your business if you allow me to. From here, we're going to talk about closet divisions. Now, in 2009, I died in a coma. My life was stolen. We took out one of my 3 yachts in my backyard. Wife does basically outreach in Colombia, Mexico, Jamaica, and California. She's Colombian, and she's kind of a nut, which is great. So we took out the yacht. Someone had a virus. The next day, I got to die. What did I do? Came out of the coma, sold my wedding ring, Rolex, necklace, bracelet. I always have 3 divisions of me. Can you write it down for you? 5 closet divisions. I want you to think about something today. You didn't give yourself a backup and a backup. When Bank of America, grocery stores and cities file bankruptcy, they keep the assets and the money right off their taxes. You should be running your life through the corporation structure correctly. So I took my 3 divisions of me. All right, very simple. Came out of the coma in 2011. All right, what did I do? Simple. Found out I'm broke, homeless, and I got nothing to do besides my wife and my kids. I took my divisions of me and I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. That's a backup and a backup. I don't bring the pain home like you, and I don't want you to do that ever again. Divisions. So I want you to understand the process. A division of you into a corporation. I'm an affiliate. I'm allowed to build credit reports instantly under tax ID, Sperry and Trangio and Equifax. So there we go. This means a division of you has the ability to try and roll the dice. If something goes wrong with that entity, you can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. From there, you don't have to be stressed out ever again. You could play the game if you want to play my way with no intent to do fraud. So a division of me, and not only did I build credit, a house, and on top of that, even a franchise. So that's why we don't never bring the pain home. So let's understand today the division of me. Here's one of the cars in the Lamborghini collection. Okay, here's the keys. It's $1 million car. What do? Even as my name's on the doors and the windows. Isn't that fun? So I bought it as a division of a corporation. I guarantee it is a division of me. See, if I bought it under me, the problem would be the payment $6,800 a month. If I can't pay it, they take it away. And then I'll have shitty credit. Then they'll report to the IRS as a 1099-C, so I'll have double shitty credit. Well, that'd be kind of stupid. So it's a division. I bought it, and I guarantee it's a division of me. If I have a problem, I have my apartment complexes, my commercial real estate, my basically properties, and my franchises, and all the goodies, and the payphones, and the laundromats, and all those things here. If I got a bad piece, you know what I get to do? Just like the banks and the grocery stores do. I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put it over here. If I can't save it under the Federal Protection Act, I can bankrupt it, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to try to save it for at least 6 months. Division saves your assets. So from here, when you sign a lease, it should be a division. When you basically have properties, separate properties in divisions, because which one's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up? You have no idea. The next thing is from here, the SS4 was designed to receive money, no taxes due to your profitable. Now we have to look at the Fair Lending Act. It allows one card, and this is $1 million card. It allows it to get 99 sisters. How many would you like? You see, there's no reason to bring the pain home as long as you do it right through the rules and tools and have no intent to do fraud. So if you have a corporation today, I want you to check it on Secretary of State's website. I want you to find your corp. It's public record. I want you to realize your name's on that corp and your officers list too. So when they sue the corp, they sue you. That's what I realized at 12 and a half years old. See, all corporations are free. If you ever paid more than a filing fee, you kind of lost money, kind of screwed up. If you use your home address, as 87% of people do, change it to a mailbox, etc., or a shared office space. Because right now, if you don't put your ducks in a row when they sue that corp, they sue you, and that kind of sucks. We're going to create a line of defense so you don't bring the pain home. Is that okay? If we do it my way for a while? So here we go. Here's a $100 million building I obtained, $1 million Lamborghini, one of the $5 million mansions, and $1 million race boat. And I got it. Why don't you? See, you got to turn these up today. Now, what do we get to do? These are goodies I obtained, but you got to get to $10 million plus from the Eretsko Corporation $1 million dream. I can make anybody a corporate millionaire if they pay attention. From here, I add you to my credit system. I show you how I got that property as well, too. All right, because I had to have the property. See, it's the largest UDOC in Huntington Harbor. I got properties on all the 5 islands, but I need my 3 yachts in my backyard, my Duffy, my race boats, and my Sea-Doos for my kids. See, there you go. Let's write down credit, loan, and money. See, if I get you to the point you're making money and paying your bills, that's the goal. Your corporation's a management company. The moment you let your corporation do business, you're a duck and a sheep. All right, sorry to say, I call that stupid. Your corporation's a management company, a division for franchise, a division for apartment complex. All right, and then I can get you basically up to a $1.5 million line of credit, up to that. If you do what I say, you'll get financial freedom, what I put in my book 46 years ago. This will create, all right, auto income up to $50,000 to $100,000 a month. That should be your ultimate goal. So if you needed $50,000 of credit, very simple. All right, normally it's $5,000. Okay, and that means $5,000 for 50. That means I'm going to give you 10 times your investment back to you, and that would be the ultimate goal. You need 100,000. It's going to cost you 10 grand. That way I can give you what? 10 times, 5 times your investment. All right, the goal there is to give you 10 times your investment. So the goal is when you do something, I always like to give money back because why? People always spend money on the wrong thing. So you click a picture. Ray Reynolds recipient, rayscredit.com, RW. You can do bank transfer, wire deposit. You can basically even email if you want to use a card. So let's think about this today. What is our ultimate goal? Pretty simple. We want to get past go, and we want to get to the American dream. Now, I had a problem. Here's my problem. Having $53 million of credit cards, they started to shrink some limits. You see how you're supposed to use all that? I just built having fun. So when I turned around and when I did one thing, I started to loan out money as a private lender. You see, out of every $50,000, I created $2,400 a month cash flow. All right, you can actually create your own income if you want to on just loaning out some money privately. Now, a division allows you to multiply everything you're trying to do. It's a legal person as well under the corporate umbrella. Again, not here to be CPA or attorney. But let's look at the matrix I created. If you ever get a copy of my book called Buckets of Money, it'll show you how I created each bucket to loan out $100,000 of money and create $41.33 per month. So I did 9 across, From there, I built my subdivisions. By the time I was done after 18 months, it literally basically was 190,000 a month. Is that good in income? So I got 100,000, 190,000 a month, but that was $4.6 million of credit. You see, I didn't want to lose the cards. I wanted to keep them all. 41 divisions. All right. And basically I call it auto income. That's in my book as well. So what do we look to do? Find a business that doesn't have to be ran by you, ran by third party. You become an investor. As an investor, you can go get the American dream even more. I mean, if you want to run your business too. Now, I'm online 6 days a week, Wednesday and Saturday classes all through the day. So you're stuck with me from beginning to middle to the end if you want to be. From there, I had my 19 houses, like I said before, flippity-dippity-doos. My problem was the buyer was a liar, the agent and the broker too. The contractor hires the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. They're all trying to steal my money. I got tired of that. So what did I do? I wanted to become the bank. I decided when I was 21 years old, I wanted to be the bank. So what did I do? The first car I ever sold, I took the down payment. They said they're going to go to their credit union to get the balance. I said, you don't need to do that. One of the divisions I work for is going to carry the paper for you. Oh, goody. So I got a loan for 7 years for that people, and I was bringing $413 a month. That's not a lot, but every month for free. So they would pay, then I'd pay the original loan. Simple. When I did the houses this way, wow, I get a loan for $1,200 a month. All right, that means I'm making $1,200 a month for 30 years. You see, that gave me my $2,000 a month. So if you listen carefully, when you take an apartment complex and you dissect it into pieces, your goal is to become the bank. The ultimate thing is you learn about the assignment of mortgage. I did $2 billion in real estate through the corporate structure, through my real estate system. How about become the bank, buckets of money and tax balancing? The assignment of asset. That's what you get to do. So today, if we look at 14 different states, they have properties that are brand new for $100,000 or less. So what do? Well, let's see. The down payment is $5,000. Let's get 3. Let's do Section 8 or let somebody else manage them for us. So the bottom line is, what are we trying to create? Auto income. Because that way you're an investor. From there, making a money-making machine should be the ultimate goal. From there, let's say you want to sell widgets or computers. Well, from there, very simple. How about we get some OPM money? Other people's money. How about we don't pay a bill up to 90 days? Then we set up our Dun & Bradstreet the right way. And then we sell basically here. What do? Take a picture. This supply can turn into cash. The ultimate goal is to balance debt if you need to balance debt. The next thing is we can sell on Amazon and eBay. People do it every day. So if you want these kind of goodies here, you're going to want to get to about $10 million a year and then grow up and away. From there, God's gift, the Mansons in the harbor. All right, the houses on our 5 islands. How about race boats and basically yachts? How about Duffy's? How about we get big buildings and Lamborghinis? How about more Lamborghinis than us understand? Helicopters too. So here I am again, 1981. Every time I hear some idiot say white man can't jump, that's funny. See, I don't like stupid people. There's a lot of stupid people in this world. I kicked out the lights that night when the Guinness Book of Records pissed me off. See, no matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal. So remember, when you hear no, it doesn't mean no. It means I don't know how. What is your goal? Your goal is to understand there's 1,000 steps to millionaire. I put it in the Millionaire's Founders Kit. All right, I sold it for $5,000 a set at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night. So if we take that drawing once again about the banks and grocery stores, we can have a corporation like they bankrupt locations and get rid of pieces and never bring the payment right off on their taxes. If we run our life in our business as a corporate division process, we can play the same game as long as we have no intent to do fraud. So your goal is, again, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and basically reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Now, I developed my first blueprint when I was 9.5 at the Torrance Library. I always called it see it, believe it, go get it. So understand treading water, playing it safe. If you want to get to million, there are 5 things you need to write down now. Can't take a picture, cannot record. You need a 750 score, a real one, not Care Credit First Premier. You need literally here, corporation, about 26 divisions, $1 million of cash credit. From there, you need checkbook money for $1 million and supply and vendor money. These are a must-have. So hopefully you wrote down this is must-have things to get foundation to get to millionaire. From there, if you have a corp, I'll build the one you have. If not, I'll give you one for free. You will pay your filing fee. I've been giving out corporations for 46 years for free. You pay your filing fee. Stop bringing the pain home. We put your ducks in a row. I get to repackage you my way under the corporate umbrella. When it comes to rich and famous people, I got to do them as well. When I did Ronald Reagan, it was fun. Nancy just said, say no. I created something called Teach Our Children. They became the DARE program. And rich and famous people listen better than you. The reality is, what did you do? You sit at your kitchen table, say, we're going to start a business, honey, with your friends and family. And the first thing you did is you jacked it up, got stuck, couldn't get any more, and honked your house. All right, I call that silly and dumb, sorry to say, but it's true. So your ultimate goal is to never bring the pain home. And that's the goal, to repackage your whole life. So if we write down today's date, we project 90 working days. The goal is to see it, believe it, go get it. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 46 years ago. One of my companies is called Repackaging America. Page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow for your time. There I am in that hospital when I died, 5/41 on July 5th. All right, the ultimate goal. I got to basically say one thing. Had a bad day. You ever had a bad day? My wife told everybody at the office he's in a coma. They say he's going to die. Ron goes over there with my U-Haul truck and steals my books and CDs. Tom, my IT manager, sold my websites and my phone numbers. Instead of worrying about me, they're selling my shit. It kind of sucks. So never call the phone number on the phone on the CDs, because it's actually a porn site. I guess that was the highest bidder that day. If you don't have a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit, you can call the office and they'll give it to you for $499. If you did it during the webinar for $199, because it covers shipping and handling, I give you a discount because you did it now. Once again, there's your sell. Simple to do. Starting a business and running a business, oh my goodness. You don't know if your friends and family are going to knock you off the cliff or catch you, you're going to die. Come on, you had a friend and family rip you off. So again, hold your breath. So what do we get to do? Well, like me, I'm up every morning at 2:25 in the morning. When I was a little boy, if I got up at 2:30, the abuser would get me. From there, I went to my knees at 2:25 this morning, said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. I put myself in the mirror test every day since I was 2.5 years old. You see, the only thing that helped me was me. I get a family. I just got to live with all these shitty people. You might want to think about something before you tell your friends and family an idea. I watched people hurt each other for 46 years. So what do? You want them to encourage you. Instead, they interrupt and say how to do what you want to do. And they haven't done diddly squat. I believe that's basically clouding your directions. The ultimate goal. July 4th, 2009, 3 yachts in the backyard. There I get to die, but I get to hear the tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. But I was given a choice to stay in peace and go back, and I said go back. So what happens is I had to move 24 times. By the time I'm 11.5 years old, I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times. My feeling sorry for myself is 3 seconds or less. So I'm truly one of God's example, if you let me help you. From there, basically, it's very simple getting past go. I think most of you are stuck. I can show you Lamborghinis, all right, Duffys and mansions. White men do jumps, two people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, all right, race boats, all right, helicopters, U-Docks, Ferraris, and yachts. I call this race rules. So the reality is you can play with me and I'll rebuild your life if you allow me to. All right, that is how you have your cake and eat it too. It's called basically see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal. Now, credit repair, sorry, it's a fraud. I didn't say that. The Federal Trade Commission says it's a fraud. It's right there. They're not allowed to collect money up front. There's no magic wand. So the bottom line is you're not repairing your credit. You have to rebuild it. From here, you have the Credit Repair Organization Act. What can you do as a consumer? Write down Section 611 and Google it today. If you have an open collection account, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. You're going to have to step up and understand to man up, woman up, and be responsible to rip off your creditor. Tier W, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, made bicycle parts, information business, and the report's wrong, became a spirit in '96. You're the first one of these, It was pretty simple, good, fair, or hell no. If we do it my way and understand how to play, what do we get to do? Maintain a 750 forever. See, if you have anything screwing up today on a business, it should have been a division, not your corporation. That's where you screwed up. From there you go, if you have an open collection account, you negotiate the debt. 25, 29% rule. We do a rapid refresh, and I invented that 40 years ago for mortgage companies and you. I call it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. The reality is you get to play the right way. So understand, I'm going to go through my closet divisions one more time. 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions. That's a backup and a backup. If the grocery store and the bank can file bankruptcy, all right, and write off on their taxes in the city, so could you with no intent to do fraud. So everything you do in the near future will be a division. All right, you'll actually have your whole life in corporation structure the right way. Because right now, when they sue that corp, they sue you, and that kind of sucks. So me as a division, I'm allowed to get a credit card, house, and a franchise. So we can get to the point we never bring the pain home again. First 25 steps today, pretty simple, but you have to follow through. Intuit bought Credit Karma December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma was indicted 3 times. There's no phone number to help you. Ultimate goal, lease it's free. From there, we get to play the game and understand how to win. If you're part of LifeLock, please be careful. They've been indicted 6 times. Their last indictment's $100 million. Once again, be careful. From here, the goal is to obtain your credit report and analyze you. See, we're always going to stay at the call center 3 to 6 months. But the reality is once I analyze you, I can shorten that period of time as long as you let me tell you what needs to be done. So the goal is very simple, to analyze you, to rebuild you basically 90 working days. You have to be part of the program. That's how it works. And you have to follow through what I tell you to do. Very simple. And I'll call your case number on a Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon, one of my live webinars too. Here's your problem. You signed the SS5 form. If you didn't do it, mommy did it in 71 when Nixon took the gold standard out. Your SS5 equals SSN in 1040. You have a Social Security card. It says do not laminate, no use for ID purposes, and you not carry with you. But it always says property of such administration, not you. So it's not even yours. It's been assigned to you. The way to understand the SSN is for the 1040 tax return. When you got your first job a long time ago, you probably said, where's my money? That company says, hey, the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover. That's how it works. That's what makes us ducks and sheep, because we didn't pay attention. You got to look behind the curtain. So let's understand something today. IRS.gov 1244. And we learn to be we the people, the way we're supposed to be. From there, we don't pay tax up to what, $3 to $5 million, almost no tax at all. So we play SS5 versus SS4 again. This means legal name of entity, individual person. So when that bank, grocery store, and city file bankruptcy, they do it on a separate tax ID in an entity. It's right in front of you, entity or individual person. The only form the IRS ever created per entity happens to be for you is the SS4 form, not the SSN and SS5. It says banking and credit purposes. Never bring the pain home. So your corporation's allowed to do 4 things. That's it. To buffer tax or tax due to your profitable. Corporate credit, hell, it's all a write-off. Interest rate too. Cars, fleet price. You stay at the hotel, get the free buffet. Your divisions, so I invented the division process, 8586, is line of defense. On top of that, they're cheap. Multiple functions. Buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports. Real estate, we can do what? Separate liability. See, that's where you have to build your line of defense, because you're always going to have, sorry to say, an oh shit day. You better be able to fight, protect your assets and your family. All right, when I finally got a family, I protect them. But I use the rules and tools, and I don't have any intent to defraud. We're going to build a corporate umbrella, and the ultimate goal is get up to $1 million. Now, I'm going to guarantee what I say I can do in writing, and you're going to have to go to class and not following you up and follow through. You don't violate by jacking up cars and basically applying to crash your upper rescore. If you do, I got to charge you a fee or close your case. So in other words, please don't screw up. From there, I have my 2 radio and TV show coming up towards March. Kind of fun. Got an open collection account. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. You have an IRS problem. There's a way to solve that problem too. They have a form for that, 656, 433 A and B. The goal is to repackage every one of you. So as we play this game today, here's the 750 waiting for you. So we analyze you. We put the rapid refresh up and away to create green lights. It'll block bad credit. But then you have to balance your debt too. And from there, what do we do? So if you're not a client currently, our ultimate goal would be to basically do a rapid rescore. Go for the 750. You go to class on Saturday. We're going to give you $1,000 card when you invest $1,000. You get your money back. From there, when you invest, and we give a discount during a broadcast like this for half price for $4.99, the card becomes $500. And don't forget your rules and tools. It's how you maintain a 750 the rest of your life. There's no reason anybody has jacked up credit and basically brings the pain home in the first place. If you don't have a corporation, I'll hand you one for free. Also tax ID and articles. You pay your filing fee, simple, and rebuild you. We have a setup in level 1 class every Wednesday at 2 o'clock and every Saturday at 10 a.m. You would invest $999. We give you 5 times the credit back to you, $5,000. When you invest $24.99, I give you $25,000 of credit. Our goal is to analyze, add history and pop credit as soon as possible. The ultimate goal for you to follow through. Getting that kind of bonuses and all those things today means you'd have to zell right away. Pretty simple to do. If you want to call the office at 800-254-9506, they will charge you 5% to use a card because the bank charges that to us to do. Now, here's a problem. You're on a national mailing list. You're on a robocall list. Why? Because you did it to yourself. You see, I'm a voter, probably like you. They sell the voting list 412 times a year. The ultimate goal, Cable Bill Corporation. I would like you to call 888-567-8688. Opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. How we get off the national mailing list. The phone number is right in front of you. Once again, call it later today. From there, as we play this game, the next thing is to understand is plan the problem. You see, here's the thing. I'm sorry, but you're going to always have a no shit day. You allowed a friend and family member to rip you off. You spent thousands of crap that didn't work. If we take the rules and tools and safety credit, like I said earlier today, we create a line of defense. We understand how the dashboards were set up by me years ago, and they all now make sense. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So the ultimate goal is balancing the debt and make sure we don't bring the pain home. So let's understand today. Like I said, all cards, 25, 29% rule, but 2. These 2 cards don't ever affect your credit as long as you maintain a payment. They do not make your credit fluctuate at all. So the goal is you don't jack it up. You guess that so far? 750 score. So you have an emergency, basically you lose your job. What do? Everybody does the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, then they jack it up and tell the world feels sorry for them. I don't think most people really care, to be honest with you. So it's all up to you today. So what do? Let's say we needed $5,000 now. Well, the average person wastes $50 every other day. When you say you need it, the bank, the grocery store, and what's going to happen to your friends and family in the bank, they're going to tell you no. This is a $5,000 card. The payment's $50 a month. So if we take what they say we waste $140 a week, $50,000 off a card, $600 a month. I could take that and go buy 2 pizza restaurants and a drive-thru using some common sense. There you go. And white men do jump. Nixon took the gold standard out in 1971. Please write down, all right, raise rules and write down, I'm willing to sacrifice a division. Never the corporation, never my family. If you do it my way, you will never bring the pain home in the first place. This is your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. Become a certified CFO, step 7, and basically never bring the pain home again. Got it so far? So if we play this game the right way, we get to have fun and play. There I am dead. Google the address to find I'm telling you the truth. Been in 2 comas so far. One, I was crippled for life at 5.5. Jesus said, get up. I got up, freaked them all out. Last coma, I got to die and come back and help you. See, the devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back every time, but God's delays aren't God's denials. So understand the goal is to repackage your life my way for a while, the ultimate goal. So I got a program, and I got this coaching program as well. Coaching means auto income. And I analyze you every 7 days. From there, if you want coaching, the ultimate goal is basically 6 weeks, 1 hour blueprint, 25,000 of credit, expedited, rapid, corp, and 9 divisions, all right, and workshops. Now, what this does is it usually costs $12,000, the ultimate goal. So again, right, take a picture and go click. Right, the goal is to get something I can hold your hand every step of the way. Checkbook money, that's the ultimate goal too. So if we take a corporation as a legal person that may sue or be sued, we understand they can sue that, they sue us. What do? The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman, because they don't bother to look behind the curtain. This man lost his job. Instead of going to go sell some garage sale, all right, drive an Uber, drive a Lyft, and he wants to see how very feel sorry for him. No, you go to the church, you get the food for the kids, you do what I just said to do. What I did is simple: wedding ring, Rolex necklace, bracelet. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks because why? Because I had my backup, my 3 divisions of me, my 5 closet divisions. Corporations can build themselves as long as you don't screw it up. Pretty simple. Division allows multiple functions. Shopping center, the Shakey's, all right, the 31 flavors, basically the Subway and all the other pieces to the corporation. If I have a bad piece, what do I get to do? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. You have a bad tenant, what are you going to do? Let them steal everything you got and bankrupt you? No, thank you. Divisions can build supply and cash credit. So each division that we set up for you that I analyze, add history to, that's your line of defense. That means I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp or my family. If you allow me to set up the tax ID for you, this allows me to start the Experian, Trend, and Equifax for business reports. This allows me to start building cash credit, as long as you do what you're asked to do. Very simple. From there, line you up for checkbook money, and that would be the goal. Once again, what divisions do? Multiply. I'm always going to tell you to basically build a bucket of money, because what does it do at the end of the day? And 18 months later, 190,000 a month. That's auto income. 41 divisions, auto income, ready to play the game and always win. You see, do you play to lose or something? Division process. Look at your corp today again. Make sure your ducks are in a row, because if not, they sue that corp, they sue you, which kind of sucks. Line of defense is the only way to play the game and planning the problem too. We have the ability to not bring the pain home. Now, I wrote a book on daisy chaining of credit. That means one card is entitled to literally 99 more. I don't think we need 99, that'd be $100 million. How about we go get 9? So what do we get to do? We're going to learn how to daisy chain credit. I got a special class on that as well. I just did one this last Saturday at 8:30 in the morning. See, buckets of money, don't stop yourself. The only thing that can stop you is you. We have to build the ultimate goal. So a division is set up with tax ID, 2,000 of history. We build a corporate umbrella. Then I get to build credit. But a division is $499 each. You want 3, it's $1,497. It is a Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Or you call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will add a fee of 5%. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? So basically, as we structure it for you, the goal is the goodies. Now, I got to ride with Neil Diamond a couple of times on the Love Ride. So these are goodies you get when you hit about $10 million. The goal should be $1 million of credit cards and $5 million of checkbook money. That would be the goal. So let's say I build you up here personally. I rebuild that, get to the 750 all the way, step of the way. Then I'm going to go with the green Spark card. Unlimited is up to 100,000 and the 2 sisters for 30. That's 160. What if we did that times 9? What if the B of A times 9? Wells Fargo times 9? What if we get basically the Inc. times 9? How about the gold cards times 9? So if we position this right, it could be up to $5 million of credit. Then we go get checkbook money. The bank will give you up to 150, all right, unsecured, usually with no tax returns, as long as you have a 2-year corporate divisions. And these are my 5 favorite ones. This is how you get up to $5.4 million of credit of checkbook money. The ability to repackage your life and never bring the pain home again. So what do we get to do? Simple. Now I got specialty classes in rotation on Saturday. They start at 8:30 in the morning. Last week was basically daisy chaining, so this coming Saturday will be stock kit. The goal would be to listen and do everything I ask you to do. We build the corporate credit because borrow money is not taxable, and then you use that to buy your lifetime income, usually real estate and franchise. That's how you have your cake and eat it too, raise rules, and you never bring the pain home. You basically become a certified CFO. That's the ultimate goal. Now, let's pretend I gave you a check for $1 million today. What would you do? Most people, I'll buy a house, buy a car. Stop. You'd reference 3 times 5, and you turn it to $15 million. On $1 million, they're probably going to let you keep 375. Well, let's leverage it before we pay the tax. We take that up to 15 million, and we'd run the business and pay tax if we're profitable. So you could actually win the game of business and learn how to win. You win the lottery, what's next? Now what? I'd tell you to put in a division of you. You sit with the banker, you borrow against it. Borrow money's not taxable. You create a debt. You turn that into $1 million to $1 billion, and that's what you would end up doing too. From here, cities file bankruptcy. The United States of America, cities and states are corporations. So they invent a Chapter 9 bankruptcy in case they have an oh shit day. You could have did the same thing too, but you didn't pay attention. You never looked behind the curtain. So what do we get to do? Play. Google bankruptcy today. What would file bankruptcy if blank hits the fan? You, corporation, or division? You have to make a decision in the future. We're all going to have an oh shit day. Sorry to say, but it's true. As we play this game, let me add you to my system. I get to rebuild you. You go to class. You don't fall in your one. Up to $1 million of cash credit. You beat your doubt. You run your race. You get out of my way, or rebuild you. Understand? I believe you have to get past go. I believe you're all stuck. Mansions in the harbor, race boats, helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. I would like you to change your driver's license in the near future to a P.O. box or mail-in address. I'd like you to protect your privacy. Very simple to do. When you buy a car, what did you do? You went to the dealership, you let them sweat you for 5 hours. You got 9 cars, lost about $30,000. By the way, that's the wrong way to buy a car. Let's do it my way. What do we do? Fleet price tax ID division. See, the registering of a car means you're a duck and a sheep if there's a bumpity bump. You buy a house, you put 2 people on the loan, that's kind of dumb. You create a loan to value for 2 people. Next thing is from here, understand, the car should have been a division. You lose the house, the car, what are they going to do? They're going to report it to the creditors, and now you have shitty credit, and then you basically understand the IRS 1099-C. So sorry to say you now have double shitty credit. In any bumpity bump, what do you want them to do? Sue the division so they get diddly squat. We want to play the game to win, planning the problem. So what do we do next? Every property you put into a division, you have no idea which one's going to slip and fall, so you screw you up. Your house payment offsets your taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why would they pay tax? There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. Simple. They're playing the game of business. So we watch him borrow 44 billion from 3 banks. Now they're kind of pissed off of him. He actually screwed up Twitter with less than 2 weeks. I call it totally dumb. The #1 dashboard was out there in the first place, and he screwed it up. Oh, well, what can I say? From there, he's got a spaceship. The other guy's got a spaceship. So if you do what you want to do to the corporation and join the club, you could actually win the battle if you want to win the battle too. All right, that's step number 15. Run your life through a corporation or conjunction, because the only thing that gives you a second chance is the tax ID for you and the corporation and divisions too. So we play. Now what do? Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. So again, your paycheck is taxable income, right? You get the leftover. And then you're using the leftover to pay the car payment, gas registration, insurance. What? I don't understand that. The word no would make more sense. So let's understand, I drive company cars, so should you. We get to play the game and win. Step 17. Today, I would tell you to go to irs.gov, get a hold of the 1244, and find it says banking and credit purposes. From there, I'd show you how not to be a sheep and a duck. Unfortunately, that's what you did for you and your family. Back yourself in a corner. Mama, signed the SS5 form when you and somebody went on. She had no choice. They won't let her out of the hospital until she does that. So if we look at ourselves as like buy a house, escrow, closed homestead trust. You get a homestead or trust, and they sue you, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. You hire the contractor, they hire the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. They're all trying to steal from you and rip you off, but my way, they get diddly squat. And you should look up an irrevocable trust too. Very simple to do. The ultimate goal. All right, we get to play the game. All right, and stop bringing the pain home. Now, if you're a crook, you don't file tax returns, just go to prison. All right, because that's where you belong. All right, Wesley Snipes didn't listen to me. Listen to his idiot attorneys in CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. 3 years in prison, 5 years, a $5 million fine. See, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. It won't work. All right, you have to play by the rules. Step 20. If you want to buy something at wholesale price, you set up a division called wholesale. Save up to 70%. You basically don't have to pay a bill up to 90 days. You can actually leverage it into over $15 million from an escrow, and you can basically borrow money. It's not taxable and set up the line of defense. By the way, this is step 21 called blackjack, the ultimate goal. So what do? Hey, 2009, my building was 22,000 square feet building till I died in a coma. What did I do when I came out of the coma and I was broke and homeless with my kids? Sold a wedding ring, Rolex necklace, bracelet. I took my divisions of me and I filed basically and got $1 million of credit cards. From there, I bought my wife her next dream house. I don't stay down, and I don't think you should stay down either too. But I understand my blueprint is see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal. As we do this, remember 3 divisions for me, 5 closet divisions. Give me 5 chances to try for the corporation and 3 divisions of me. I don't want to bring the pain home, do you? As we play 1,000 steps to millionaire. It's in the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Simple to do. You don't have your time has you. You didn't create auto income. So the coaching program is simple. I'm going to analyze you every 7 days. I'm going to put you in a blueprint call, past, present, future, family, corporation, 26 divisions, irrevocable trust, car division, house, irrevocable trust, from there auto income, and this is cash flow for you per time. Always want your partner of life with you on the phone with me for that hour. I charge $9.99 for the blueprint call. From here, I like boring businesses. Every time I have my 22,000 payphones, my laundromats, my storage units, my car washes, and all the things that I did for years. Every time I invest $40,000 off of a line of credit, I tend to get up to $10,000 a month. The $100,000 up to $45,000 a month, $250, up to $75,000 a month. So if I build you that kind of credit lines and help you and guide you, would you do what I tell you to do? See, Mr. Buffett's no different than you. Him and I use auto income. The next thing is it's your turn to play the game. So he's got 100 companies plus his favorite 10. You don't see him selling See's candy at Fruit of the Loom and working at Dairy Queen, do you? So there's no difference between him and you. He's done it. It is your turn. We can play the game. You go to an expo and you say, what do I do? It's like the deer in the headlights. I would like you to buy the business and not run it. Is that okay? To be an investor? And what do we do? Auto income. These are the ones that I prefer, and that's what makes auto income for me. Can do the same thing for you. From there, real estate, franchise, current business. You got a 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So if you wanted the 6 weeks, there's only one left anyway. What would happen is you're in it, you're stuck with me for 6 weeks. All right, 1 hour blueprint, $25,000 of credit, expedited, rapid, or $1,000. From there, corporation with 9 divisions, you don't have it yet. Okay, if you do, you don't need it. From there, I'd put you in all the workshops. So what happens is you get level 1, 2, 3 specialty classes. It's normally almost $12,000 a la carte. If you did it today, it is $4,999. I got one left. Whoever does it first today during this broadcast means now, I'm going to give you an extra $2,000 discount. $29.99, $2,999 if it is a sale now. If not, then basically forget it. Call the office, and they'd love to take you $4,999. It is a Zell. When we look at the 3 months, the 6 months, or the 12 months, what's our goal at the $5 million of credit? 3 months lines you up. 6 months you should have your first location if you listen and follow through, and 12 months should be multiple locations. That would be the ultimate goal. The goal is, again, call the office. The only one I discounted was the 6 weeks today. What's a corporation again? A legal person may sue or be sued. What does my division do? My line of defense. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corporate, my family. All of a sudden today, what would you be willing to lose? I made a promise I would never ever get married and have kids unless I had a foolproof program. See, I'm not willing to lose my family or the corporation. That's where the division process, everybody gets checkmate. Division process today. All right, step 23. So getting the big buildings and the Lamborghinis to put my name on is fun. From there, reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. Raise rules, building corporations and divisions into the millions, while you basically learn how to become a certified CFO. The ultimate goal. So let's understand today. Today, if you have joint credit, I tell you to get rid of it. It's in the way. You buy a house, it's escrow, close, Homestead Trust. From there, a corporation, they're all free. You just pay a filing fee. Your division for real estate, franchise, current business, and your line of defense. Raise rules, building millions of dollars of credit. 29 billionaires, 31 millionaires. Simple. In most programs, I always like to give you basically up to 10 times your money that you invest. Only one on planet Earth that does that, by the way. So we have the ability to repackage our lives if we choose to. And that's the ultimate goal, step 24. Now, if all you want me to do for you is help you rebuild your credit, I'll hold your hand. You go to class, we analyze you today. From there, we push your score up and away, and we create green lights. So let's understand the credit rebuilding program. Rapid refresh, classes on Saturday. All right, the goal is $750. We normally charge you $1,000 to do that, and then we give you a $1,000 card back. During this broadcast, I'm discounting it to $499, and then the card you get is $500. And remember rules and tools. My way, you maintain a $750 the rest of your life. You don't bring the pain home ever again. If you don't have a corporation, get into the starter package. Article also says tax ID are free. Or if you have them, we'll use what you got. Set up in level 1 on what, Wednesday at 2 o'clock or Saturday at 10 a.m. $9.99, and I give you $5,000 of credit back. $24.99, $25,000 of credit. Let's analyze you, add history, and start popping credit as soon as possible. The ultimate goal is what we want to do. If you want that kind of package today, you're going to have to follow through what I tell you to do, and you would Zelle right away. If you call the office, use a card, they will charge you 5% more. 800-254-9506. So if you give referrals, I'll build more credit. I'll Zelle you back 10%. But they better say your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. So I give you my personal email address too. So let's understand a corporation with divisions. Banks file bankruptcy, write off on their taxes, and take the money and the honey. They don't bring the pain home like you. Sam's Club, Geico, Cities. So if we can learn to play the game to win with no intent to do fraud, we can stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, all right, and reprogram our brains to millionaire status. Looking beyond that curtain, the ability to understand how to play and never bring the pain home ever again. We stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. All right, and that's the ultimate goal. Every one of us have the ability to never bring the pain home. Now, your ultimate goal, pretty simple, is not to bring the pain home ever again. So let's understand today. What I offered today is good now. Your ultimate goal is, if you want to call the office at 800-254-9506, I would do that right away. That way you can turn around from now and you can get into a program today. But if I gave any discount, they're not going to give you the discount I gave you as much as it did today. But the ultimate goal is very simple. We all are responsible. We all have to do our best. All right, as God does the rest, amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.